for you. CBS 6 News at 6 starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news is new information on the disappearance of Morgan Harrington. She's the Virginia Tech student who disappeared in Charlottesville in 2009. Sources tell CBS 6 News there is another link between Jesse Matthew and the Harrington case. I'm Cheryl Miller, in tonight for Stephanie Rochon.
And I'm Bill Fitzgerald. Right now, Jesse Matthew is only facing charges in the disappearance of Hannah Graham, the UVA student who disappeared 26 days ago. Our Laura French is live in Charlottesville with new information you'll only see here on CBS 6. Laura?
Well, Bill, this story is breaking by the hour. We are learning so much more information about what may have happened in this very spot 5 years ago next week to Morgan Harrington when she was last seen at the bridge you see behind me, involving Jesse Matthew, what he may have been doing that night, his cab, and a federal and state investigation that's going on right now. Sources confirmed that at least 2 local cab employees, through questioning, have informed federal and state investigators that Jesse Matthew Jr., the man behind bars for the abduction of second-year UVA student Hannah Graham, was working as a cab driver on October 17, 2009, the night murdered Virginia Tech student Morgan Harrington disappeared after leaving the John Paul Jones Arena. As we first told you, forensic evidence also links Matthew to Harrington that night. CBS 6 has also exclusively learned that investigators have interviewed at least 20 other cab employees from around Charlottesville to learn more about that October night, as they did after Harrington went missing. Sources say Jesse Matthew was one of them 5 years ago.
Everything's starting to add up.
Career cab driver Melvin Carter, who knew Matthew, said he reached out to investigator 5 years ago after being questioned about local cab companies.
And I asked which taxi cab. She said, yes, she did jump into a taxi cab that night before her last being seen alive.
Sources also confirmed to CBS 6 that as part of this active investigation, the cab Matthew drove in 2009 was seized by authorities from a farm just 2 weeks ago.
He made an impression on her, because from what I heard about her mental state, she was upset and everything else. So she might found someone who was loving and trusting and comfort her.
Those close to Matthew in 2009 tell CBS 6 that they informed investigators that they would joke with their former coworker that he resembled this sketch of the man linked to a 2005 rape in Fairfax and the man linked to Harrington. They say Matthew would at times brush it off and other times get visibly upset and disappear for hours. Now, so many interviews going on behind the scenes now. We've also learned that they have provided investigators with information on dispatchers that were working the night of October 17th, and that also they're being asked for any photos that anyone may have seen around the cab companies of Morgan. We talked to the Morgan Harrington family tonight. They said, obviously, this is the news they've been waiting for. You know, early on in the investigation, they got some tips, but there's been such a lull in the information. So this is welcome news. Another piece of the puzzle, as they said, to bring them closer to justice for Morgan. They said they're excited, they are encouraged, but at the end of the day, still so incredibly saddened because they don't have their daughter. Reporting live in Charlottesville with this breaking news, Laura French, CBS 6 News.